Hi, I'm Kim. You're watching Kim Wilson TV. My channel is dedicated to helping victims of narcissistic abuse get free, stay free, and never have to return to that shit show again. I want to talk about identity theft today. And no, this is not about getting your credit card number or your social insurance number. This is about a narcissistic trait that causes them to actually try and consume your identity, to become skilled enough at mirroring you that they actually try to project as if they're you to the world. And I want to talk about that today. I think sometimes the narc in our lives acts out so irrationally as to completely gaslight, confuse, smokescreen the reality of their situation. I mean, there were many times I truly believed Trevor to be so sick that he wasn't in complete control of his behavior. That's far from the truth. Everything they do is calculated. Everything they do is methodical. Everything is intended to manipulate and control the situation. So though their behavior would definitely lead a target, a victim, or a survivor to believe that they're just kind of on autopilot, lashing out in absolute insanity, no, they know exactly what they're doing. And they know that they are deplorable human beings. Trevor has no confusion whatsoever about what he is. Trevor doesn't think he's a good guy. This BPD female stalker creature from hell, she does not think she's okay. Why they're acting out like this is to hide the fact that they're not okay. The mask, they put the mask on to hide the fact they're not okay. None of this is happening by accident. Why the fuck would you need a mask to hide what you really were if you didn't know what you really were? They know exactly what they are. And this is going to begin with mirroring. It all begins with mirroring. They see you, they target you, they have a sense of your empathy, they have a sense of your kindness. They've identified that you're a much, much better human being than they are. They know they're nothing at the core of what they are. So they are going to start to observe you, watch you, cleverly learn how to mimic you, present you back to you as your soulmate, best friend, great coworker, great boss, whatever the fuck their, capacity is in their life. They're going to be projecting back what they believe you will see as a good person, someone who shares your common values, your common interests, your sense of integrity, your interests, your hobbies, your passions. So they are creating this fake person, this absolute facade of delusion to present back to you. So do not be fooled. They know exactly what they are. They sure know what they aren't too. That's the truth. And that's why they're mirroring people that they perceive to be better than them. Well, what do they want from all of this? They want to be you. They want to consume you, all of you, your soul, your career, your ability to relate on a human level, your ability to love and be empathetic and compassionate to your fellow man. They want to be smart like you. They want to be intelligent like you. They want to be enlightened. They want to be you. So now you've got this absolute fiend who is empty from top to bottom, just a shell of a human being who has glommed onto you, targeted you, and is now trying to trap you into giving all that up to them. I heard a term recently, it was kind of interesting, and it was called manufactured consent. They are trying to brainwash you into a state of consent, giving up this huge part of yourself, the essence of who you are, so they can try and stuff you in their empty shell and be a person like you. Now, in the workplace, this could look like you going out for lunch with a coworker, expressing your passion for your work, possibly expressing an idea how you could solve a problem at work. Well, you go back to work, this creature sneaks into the boss's office and says, hey, guess what? I've got this real passion for this, aspect of the job, and I think I have found this way to solve this problem within the workplace. This sort of thing. They absolutely suck what they can out of you, try to replicate you, and present you to the world. Now, in my situation with Trevor, this manifested very much in the way of intellectual property theft. Now, we worked in the home renovation business. We would go in, we would meet a couple, we would talk to them, I would talk to them about design possibilities and things like that. Now, we would go home and Trevor would pick my brain. What do you think is the best color for this? Should the tile be running horizontally or vertically? What are your ideas about this? So when we would go back to visit with those people again, he would have then extracted all those ideas from me. He would have extracted that intellectual property, and he would have then presented it back to them as if it was his idea. Now, a normal human being would say, hey, my partner here, had some ideas, and this is, what we were talking about. No, absolutely dismiss me, disqualify me as if I wasn't even there, ghost me in front of these people, and present my intellectual property as if it was his own. And he did this throughout the entire relationship. Now, if you're an artist, musician, writer, any of the arts, any creative aspect of you, they're going to suck out of you, because this they do not have. They don't. To be artistic, to be creative, you must be passionate. You must have a capacity to love. And, you just have to have that. You simply have to have love in your heart to create anything. Otherwise, basically, you're just a dud like they are. And this is a constant problem I hear from people. They took my identity. They're saying that my intellectual property is theirs. They're stealing my ideas. This is all part and parcel with them trying to extract the life force out of you. It's easy to say, oh, he's, extracting my soul. He's stealing my ability to think and reason. It's all encompassing. What they want is all of you. So when you hear someone say the narcissist wants you dead, they want you dead because in their personal experience, they killed off their initial persona, their initial being that was in them. They killed that off and have spent their whole life just creating fake images. So for them to take the essence of you, they would just as soon see you dead. This is not an unfamiliar concept to them. They've done this to themselves. The narcissist truly wants to destroy you. They want to suck every last bit of you out. They want to assume your identity. Why? Because you're just a better person than they are. Guys, if you're in a situation where your intellectual property, be it written work or art or music, creative thought, any sort of creative expression is important to your career, you do want to ensure that you have, to some degree, protected your intellectual property, at least made video or audio recordings or some sort of paper trail, because they are notorious for trying to steal people's intellectual property. And I could go on for hours of examples of that, but I will say I found that to be very offensive in my life, because as an artist, well, our art form is our credibility. And when someone's, got their filthy mitts all over it, it's quite challenging. Anyways, if you find yourself, being victimized in this way, please take the necessary steps. At least make sure that other people are aware that this intellectual property is yours, in fact, and not theirs. I'm Kim. You're watching Kim Wilson TV. I hope you guys are having a narc-free day. I haven't seen you guys for a while. I've had a whole house full of family here visiting, and that was a lot of fun. And we went hiking all through the hills, and my legs are still sore from. It was a pretty big hike we went on up through the hills and all through the valleys of southern Saskatchewan. It was a lot of fun, but I've missed you guys lots, and I hope you guys are having a great narc-free day.